Here I am with my old buddy Dick Crum. We're back together again.
We've had a lot of fun over the years. Down and dirty. Digging in the dirt. We've always had fun.
Yeah. Well, you know, you and I like to work in the garden. I mean, I know you're OLD and so am I. But we still like to work in the dirt. But there are a lot of people, Dick, that, you know, maybe can't get out and work in the garden. So you say container gardening might be the answer.
I think that's a possibility for a lot of people because, you know, when we say garden, a garden for most people is like 10 by 20 area. Those don't exist because what happens, especially in suburbia, what happened is that they built houses. First thing you did is planted a tree. Well, while you slept, the tree grew, and now you got shade. Vegetables have to have 8 hours of direct sunlight per day.
Sun.
Yeah, so sun is number one. But the most popular addition to a house these days is a deck or a patio. And basically, you can grow in containers, as you mentioned. You can have a little mini garden, so to speak.
Okay, so what do we need to get started?
Well, you really don't need very much. And what you can't borrow from your neighbors, I guess you're going to have to buy. But a trowel is essential. And you've got some nice little tools here. I like this. That's hard on weeds. Yeah. But the nice thing about containers is we don't get a lot of weeds in because what happens is that the weed seed is carried by the wind. And so by the time the garden season's over, it's too late for the weeds to really do any damage.
Okay.
So number one, we need some soil. And basically, gardeners don't use soil anymore. They use, this is potting soil. That's peat moss and perlite. The white is perlite. That's
clean,
real light and easy to handle. And so for small pots, that's probably the way to go. And it holds a lot of moisture, so it's a good thing. Now, if you want something a little bigger, and this is what I like to do, this is a 40-pound bag of topsoil. A topsoil can be anything, but the thing to remember is it's a good growing media. It comes in a bag. For $1.50, you can get 40 pounds, and you just take this tomato plant right here, and you just cut an X in here. Yeah. You plant the tomato plant in here, and you flop this down on the patio of the deck. You plant a tomato in there, and what do you think? 6 weeks, 7 weeks, we're going to be eating tomatoes right off the patio of the deck. And this plant should give us in the neighborhood of 20, maybe 25 pounds of tomatoes. At $1 a pound, you talk about a good investment. That's a good investment. So I like to do that. Now, if you're not into vegetables, then the flowers work. And the nice thing about the pots is, and using the soilless mixes, it does hold a lot of moisture. Now, one warning: if you're going to use a hanging basket, oh no, it's up in the air, it's blowing around, it uses up the moisture. It uses up the nutrients, and so you got to water it every day. And water soluble, you have to use that every week. Now that's not very much, but like a tablespoon per gallon of water. But a hanging basket is for somebody that wants to get even. You want to get even with somebody that's done a dirty deed to you. A hanging basket. Otherwise, no, you don't want a hanging basket. You just want a regular.
Because the wind dries it out.
Dries it out. It's high maintenance. And that's, if you're a senior, you're ready for low maintenance. You want easy, low maintenance things. And so, you know, in this bag here where we have the tomato plant, we could have cucumbers. Now that would be nice. We could have whole beans. We could have any number of vegetables that we could grow in for $1.50. That's easy.
Well, not only vegetables, you could also have herbs.
That's a very good point. And the other thing about herbs is that normally if you got a 6 or an 8-inch pot, that's all you need. Chives, parsley, there's all kinds of herbs. Now, what happens when it starts frosting the fall year, we bring those inside and put them in a sunny window, and we can clip the chives for baked potatoes. We can use the parsley. We can use the basil. There's a dozen nice herbs that are tolerant of indoor conditions. And so, hey, we can grow herbs year-round.
Dick, we've done it again. Dick has laid it all out for you. No excuses for not having a fruit garden or a flower garden, right? Yeah. So get started, and in, 60 days, you've got a nice tomato plant or blooming flowers. Barbara Boyd, Indy Creative Aging.